my top 10 favorite movies of 2018 that I saw. Now, this list is not based on what movies I think are the best by technical merits or storytelling purposes. It's just my personal favorite, some movies that I had the most enjoyment watching and I felt the most emotion with. I haven't seen some of the big movies that I've wanted to see, like First Man or Into the Spider-Verse yet, or Roma, or any of those. I haven't gotten those yet, but these are the ones I've seen so far. And considering it's a couple days left in the year, I figured I might as well get it done. So anyways, I will go on. These are my 5 favorite films of 2018.
We call a doctor.
All the best doctors are dead.
I can't remember who's alive and who isn't.
It's Comrade Stalin.
I'll take it from you.
The Death of Stalin. Now this film was just a joy, especially for me, because I like history and I like the Cold War and World War II history, and this film is all about it. It just makes fun of Stalin, and it is just a funny movie. It might be one of the funniest movies I've seen all year. It has such a incredibly dry wit that I just love. As far as storytelling and cinematography and all the technical aspects, it doesn't do anything too incredible. It's a very good looking movie, of course. And story-wise, it was fine, but I think it's just the style, the humor, and the wit, and the way it just happens like that. It's very, very well done. It's very entertaining. And if you have any at all remote interest in dry wit humor or the Cold War in general, then I would suggest giving this film a chance. It's very, very good.
Can you describe its form?
No.
Start from the beginning.
Number 5. Okay, this one is Annihilation. This came out in February, I believe. It also had a bit of a weird release, but I won't get into that. Annihilation is the sci-fi film of the year. Oh my god. It's written and directed by Alex Garland, who wrote and directed Ex Machina, which came out in 2015. That happened to be my favorite film of that year. So I was expecting a lot coming into this film, so I'm happy to say it lived up to the potential. Yeah, it was very well done. Surprisingly, I don't remember it doesn't stick in my mind very much, even though it should, because all the characters are incredible, the visuals are breathtaking. There's a sequence towards the end that reminded me of the ending of 2001: A Space Odyssey. It was like that level of quality. It was so incredible and so hypnotizing in a way. It was very interesting to watch, and it also had probably the most terrifying scene ever. Well, not ever, but this year, easily the most terrifying thing I've seen. Oh my god, that if you want to be terrified, watch that sequence. It is so, that just gives me creeps. That was awesome. That was an awesome sequence. So the movie itself is very well done. It's gorgeous. The script, story, everything technical about it is incredible. The acting is really good, even though it can be a bit dry sometimes. But overall, it's a very fantastic movie. Great story, great technical aspects. And it just, the way it tells the story, it almost hypnotizes you, and it gets you kind of entranced in this weird little world that happens. It's a very interesting mystery, and it kind of all builds up, and it's horrific. Some of the scenes and sections and visuals are so gruesome and graphic. Oh my god, it was incredible. Easily one of the best films of the year, and it's basically an all-female cast, all-female leads, and they're all incredible. And it's a real shame this didn't get more support, because this movie does a lot for female representation, I think, personally. Anyways, that was Annihilation, one of my favorite films of the year.
Hey, Dad.
Hey, sweetheart. Where are you?
Study group. Gonna go all night.
Oh, one more thing. I want to
Bye,
know
Dad.
about the final you took today.
Number 4, this is Searching. This came out in August, I believe. I didn't really have too much interest in seeing it. I just saw it had really good reviews and had a really interesting concept that I really wanted to see done well for once. And I'm happy to say I got out there, and oh my god, it was incredible. Everything that they did with the whole, I guess, hindrance that they gave themselves for storytelling, telling it completely through a computer monitor, flawless. I didn't notice anything. It had an opening section that, to me, almost rivals the opening section of Up. It was so well done, so incredible. The story was very engaging. It was a really intriguing mystery. The acting was incredible. All the stories and how it layered and came back and all that stuff it foreshadowed was really well done. My only real complaint about the movie was that there was a twist towards the end that was set up extremely well and had the right payoff. It's just the twist itself I thought was kind of stupid. That was the only part of the movie I didn't like. Like, the twist itself was handled well, it's just what the twist was I didn't like, and I thought could have been more powerful. But I'm okay with it because the rest of the movie was like so perfect and awesome. Like, I have almost no real complaints other than that. I mean, they nailed everything. And John Cho, I believe his name is, he gave an incredible performance. Oh, it was very well done. I can't imagine the planning of this film. Anyways, it was a small film. If you get the chance to watch it, please watch this film. It is so good, and it deserves all the praise it needs and gets. Number 3, this is Mission Impossible Fallout. This might be one of the biggest, dumbest movies on my list, but oh my god, did I ever enjoy this movie. I don't think I've ever clenched my knuckles and fists tighter than I have in a movie in a long time. A lot of people say this film is the best action film since Mad Max Fury Road, and I can very easily agree. This film, it might be a little long in some cases, and the story might be a bit, well, obvious, and the script might be a bit stupid sometimes, but I think it makes up for it in the incredible action and practical stunts that they did. I mean, and the music too. Is everything about it just brings you into the situation, and it makes it so real and like just there. You're there experiencing the story, and it's one of the best IMAX experiences I've ever had. It was such an incredible movie, and the stunts they performed were pretty incredible. Fortunately, the story is nothing too special. And the script can be a bit weird, and there's a few little like twists and turns I called right away. But honestly, the action is just so incredible that it makes up for it. Like, it was way better than like the CGI fest of the superhero movies nowadays, where it's just stuff happening. This, not only was it great action with great stunts, but all of the action had a purpose and a goal and a drive, so you're never lost and you always had something to fight for. The characters were fighting for something instead of just punching each other. Oh my god, was it ever incredible, and the score was amazing as well. I highly recommend this one. This is easily the best summer blockbuster of the year, without a doubt. So that is Mission Impossible Fallout.
People are so easily distracted. So I'm the distractor with a little story. People can't get enough of them because, well, they connect the stories to themselves, I suppose. And we all love hearing about ourselves.
Number 2, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. Now, I have a little bit of a bias because I love the Coen Brothers films. I mean, No Country for Old Men is my favorite movie of all time, and Fargo and Big Lebowski and others are up there high on my list of favorite movies. So I was expecting a lot. It was surprising to hear that this was a Netflix movie. I couldn't believe the Coen Brothers are going to Netflix now. But it did not disappoint. It was an anthology film with 6 small stories in it, and each story was very engaging and intriguing and surprisingly funny. making fun of the Wild West and all that. Some stories are very serious, some are very dark, some are heartwarming, some are definitely not. And so I have a feeling a lot of people won't like this film just because it is a very unique style and the script is very unique. It's not for everyone, unfortunately, even though I love the film. I say at the very least check out the first 2 stories that it tells. They're not too long. I think it takes like up 20-30 minutes to film. And if you don't like the film by then you might want to turn it off. But if you like those first stories, then stick with it because they do get really good. To me personally, since there's 6 stories, I can just quickly rank them. Number 1 was number 1, so the first story told is my favorite. Then probably 2, 4, 5, 3, 6. Those were mine. Anyways, if you get the chance to check it out, it's just on Netflix, so everyone on the planet has Netflix basically, so I say definitely give it a chance because it is one of my favorite films of the year by some of my favorite filmmakers.
Hey guys, it's Kayla back with another video. So, the topic of today's video is being yourself. Being yourself can be hard, and it's like, aren't I always being myself? And yeah, for sure. But being yourself is like not changing yourself to impress someone else.
And number 1, oh my god, I can't give this film enough praise. It made me feel so happy and miserable and awkward and it made me feel so many things, so many emotions. And if you haven't got a chance to see this movie, please go see it, and that film is 8th Grade. Oh my god. This film, it's so good. The script, the directing, the acting, the story, everything about it was just so perfect. And I couldn't believe it, especially from a first-time director who used to be a YouTube creator, of all things. Yeah, it was the one. Yeah, it's just incredible. Like this, and I couldn't believe the script and how pinpoint accurate it was. I don't think I've heard a better script or more accurate script at the very least in a very long time. I really hope this gets some praise from some awards or something like that because it really deserves it. The script is incredible. As far as the directing goes, there are a lot of shots that were very intricate and very well done, and the editing was everything about it was perfect, I think. The only thing that could have been a little better was maybe the cinematography, but it was still very well done for what it was, so yeah, I have no real complaints. I think this movie is near perfection. It is so heartwarming, and my personal favorite sequences are whenever the dad and daughter are talking with each other. It hits at home for me because I've had a lot of interactions and experiences with that, like with family, and even though she is a female, she's growing up in grade 8 through a time that I didn't really grow up in, similar to a little bit, but not really. But it all hit home very, very much for me. I felt a real connection to it, even though it was a very different person I was viewing this story through. But just the way she interacted and some of the interactions she had just hit home so hard. And I connected with it so much that I couldn't believe it. And I honestly think that this is easily the best film of the year that I've seen so far. And I don't know where you're going to be able to find it because it's at theaters now. I don't think it's on Netflix. But please, if you get a chance to see this movie, go watch it. Find it. It is so incredible. And it is my favorite film of 2018 so far. So those are my top 5 or 6, I may count it. Maybe later on, a couple months from now, after I see more films of 2018, I'll do an updated list with more films, like up to 20 films, maybe. And then we'll see how it goes. But anyways, those are my favorite films, and thank you very much for watching.